Hello and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think we would have it this soon, but we do. We have Toy, Beards and Vic's reply to Funimation's TCPA. And it's quite an interesting one. So it's not exactly that long either. It's only 15 pages long. And I'd probably say the main word of all of this and the way it goes about is hearsay. Toy uses hearsay a hell of a lot. And it's very interesting as well because mostly the way that Funimation have done it and done the investigation is hearsay. You know? So obviously, they've got the normal first page, the plaintiff versus this, all this kind of stuff, and Vic objects. And when you get into it, the juiciest part of all of this is that obviously, you had the first person, they object to Funimation's evidence. And obviously the first one they are objecting to is Karen Mika, because, well, she took everything on Twitter of what they were saying as proof, That's the problem with a lot of people this day and age. I've spoken about this a hell of a lot. Because social media, it can be the greatest tool, but it could also be the worst tool. You can do everything. You can drum a business. You can do everything. You can make millions from social media alone. All you need to do is look at the Kardashians, They've made millions from social media. And again, it can be used for the bad things as well. It can be the worst tool. Again, you've had people on Twitter, which people this day and age, they tend to take as fact for some unknown reason. And on Twitter, so Facebook, anywhere, all someone's got to say is, this famous person, they're this, or they're that, or they done this. And for some unknown reason, everyone believes it. And again, that is only hearsay. So, we're going to jump into this. Obviously, Karen Mika, plaintiff objects to paragraph 5, 7 and 9 of Karen Mika attached as Exhibit A to Funimation's motion. Miss Mika testifies in paragraphs 1 and 2 of her document that the facts in her document are based on her personal knowledge as Funimation's Vice President of Operations. While a corporate employee is generally presumed to possess personal knowledge of facts that she would learn in the usual course of her employment, she must affirmatively show how her position within the company makes her competent to testify to the facts that she declares in these. And this is how she acquired personal knowledge of the facts shown. So it goes on a few other things. Absent from this evidence, the corporate fails to provide the proper foundation for relevance and admissibility. And it does go on, say that, Mrs. Mika, she does not show how, as Vice President of Operations, she obtained personal knowledge of the facts alleged in paragraphs 5, 7 or 9. For example, she does not testify that she read or that it was an essential role of her position as Vice President of Operations to read the tweets or posts mentioned in paragraph 5. That she oversaw or it was an essential role of her position to oversee the investigation mentioned in paragraph 7, or that she controlled or that it was an essential role of her position as Vice President of Operations to control the social media activity of Funimation's employees or contractors. In short, she failed to show personal knowledge of the facts alleged in these paragraphs. And it's really good because obviously now we go into the paragraphs. Ty does put them down. And what he does, he says, right, I'm going to show you over here now. Number 1, paragraph 5. In the 5th paragraph, Miss Mika testifies that on the same day Funimation released Dragon Ball Super Broly, they received this, or they were tagged on Twitter by Han Leia with a link to allegations against Vic. At anime conventions. Next day, January 18th, 2019, they learned of additional allegations, and this is when they go and they actually start taking this as face value and facts. So, obviously, with this, plaintiff objects to Miss Mika's testimony as hearsay. Because it is. It's just on Twitter. There's no evidence. There's nothing there. Again, he goes on to paragraph 6. Again, Miss Simon contacted Zach Hall, who is the Executive Director of Human Resources for Sony Picture Entertainment, to request the investigation. Again, plaintiff objects to Miss Mika's testimony as hearsay. Miss Mika is testifying about a statement, i.e. Miss Simon requesting that Mr. Hall conduct the investigation made by someone else, Miss Simon, which is offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. So basically, they've just gone through everything as hearsay. And it's really good as well, because when you get down to paragraph 7, in paragraph 7, the second sentence of a document Miss Mika testifies is that on or about 29th January 2019, Tammy Dambro reported to me and Trina Simon that Miss Dambro had found certain allegations were credible. So, with all of this, it's really funny because, again, how are they credible? How did they actually find out that was credible? That's what I want to know. And I'm pretty sure, again, with Ty, he goes, plaintiff objects testimony as hearsay. She's testifying about a statement made by someone else, which is offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. This is hearsay. Again, it's all hearsay because they haven't got real evidence. They're just taking at face value what all these tweets are saying. This is what I keep going on about with social media. They go on and say social media is this, social media is that, and it's the devil's playground, social media is. Someone can say one wrong thing and then everyone jumps on them, basically pack mentality, that's what it is. But again, Ty keeps going. Paragraph 9. In the 9th paragraph of the document, Miss Mika testifies that Funimation is not responsible for any tweets or other social media publications. This is what we were going on about when all these people who were on the other side, when they started saying all types of, wrong things. We all know what they are, and I'm not going to put them up here now. But again, it goes on from there. And he says, plaintiff objects to Miss Mika's testimony because she is making legal conclusions regarding questions of law. Whether the defendants had actual or apparent authority to act as Funimation's agent is a mixed question of law and fact. Whether a relationship existed between them that obligated Funimation to exercise control over their social media activity is also a question of law. And, it just keeps going on, and, they just keep digging a bigger grave. But then they get down to B, the document of Tammy Dambro. Again, hearsay. So we go into paragraph 2 for Tammy Dambro. In the second paragraph, 5th sentence, i.e. the last sentence, Miss Dambro testifies that, when my investigation began, there were allegations on social media that had engaged in inappropriate conduct with fans at anime conventions. Plaintiff objects to this because as hearsay. Because, again, she says it right there in her own document. Allegations on social media. That was it, allegations. That is all. And that pretty much sums up everything that is going to be going into this document. You will see. I will leave a link below if you want to read the entire thing. But yeah, so, it's plaintiff objects because the testimony hearsay is lacking a proper foundation. They're testifying about statements, allegations on social media made by someone else, which are offered to provide the truth of the matter asserted. I.e., that these allegations had been made on social media is hearsay. And it goes on about, obviously, Texas law and everything else it says about it. It's absent this evidence, Miss Dambro's testimony about these allegations lacked the proper foundation for relevance and admissibility. And it does. We all said this. They said, so when everyone was saying there was an investigation going and all this kind of thing, and they found out all this, they've basically just taken allegations or statements from social media. That is it. They haven't done nothing proper. There's no real evidence. There's no going into whatever. It's just like, social media. Well, it says it on social media. It must be true. But, it just keeps going on. Plaintiff objects to Dambro's testimony as hearsay. Testifying on statements. Yeah, we've seen all this. So, what this part goes on now, made by someone else, i.e. 2 female fans, which are offered to provide the truth of the matters asserted. So it goes on, this is hearsay. Indeed, Dambro's testimony is hearsay within hearsay. She is testifying about out-of-court statements supposedly made by someone else, i.e. I was given this information. I was also alerted by Funimation about out-of-court statements supposedly made by different persons, i.e. these 2 fans or whatever, and Riel wanted to share the information. Hearsay is inadmissible. Paragraph 4. In the 4th paragraph, 2nd through 4th sentences of a document, Miss Dambro testifies that I then interviewed Riel via telephone. Inappropriate conduct she alleged was directed at her by Vic. On January 24th, I interviewed 2 female fans who alleged that this happened to them, and it happened at an anime convention. During my investigation, I also learned that a former employee had complained about it. So plaintiff objects to testimony again is hearsay. Miss Dambro was testifying about statements, allegations made by someone else, fans, a named former employee, Riel, which are offered to prove the truth of the matters asserted. So these people, they just come out and say, again, it's hearsay. This is great. It's just fantastic. The entire document, everything he goes through is literally, he just says, everything is hearsay. Which it is. Because the way they've made all this out to be, they have made it out to be that everything people say on social media is right. But again, if you want to believe that line of logic, then this would mean that, obviously at this moment in time, there's someone on the other side who's engaged in this sort of thing, and they're making it, she's trying to make it out that it's normally fine, it's perfect what she done. And when you got lawyers who are jumping on it and saying, no, what she done is fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter if one's underage and one's not. It's fine. Then, okay, then they're trying to make it fine for themselves. They're trying to make it better for themselves and stuff. We all know this. But yeah, so this is the affidavit for, the TCPA of plaintiff's objections to him and motion to strike evidence. I think it's actually a really good document by Ty and Vic, basically because everything they've, it's like, don't read everything you believe on the internet, And especially on social media. Social media is one of the worst tools, unless, I said it earlier, it's the worst tool and it's the greatest tool. If you want to build a business, go for it. If you want to destroy someone, you can, because that's how people are nowadays. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you lovely people soon.